So, last month, Apple unveiled its new and improved iPad Pro with features that many people liked, but also things that some people didn't like. This is the good and the bad of the M2 iPad Pro 1 month after its announcement. Let's talk about it.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness.
The iPad Pro is the pinnacle of Apple's tablet lineup, sporting top-of-the-line processors and incredible screen technology. And to prove it, here are the raw stats of this tablet. And to highlight one stat in particular, the display. The iPad Pro, without a doubt, has one of, if not the best displays on the market. It sports a very high resolution, a very high refresh rate, and a very high peak brightness. It's actually genuinely impressive. And on top of that, the 12.9-inch iPad Pro has mini LED, which is a display technology that's extremely well detailed and well lit. However, that only comes with the 12.9-inch version. Yes, that means that despite the $800 starting price with this tablet, you don't get that feature unless you pay more. The 11-inch version's display, despite still being great looking, does not come with mini LED, which is an absolute shame because that's something that we were hoping to get with this year's upgrade, an amazing looking screen on the more budget iPad Pro. But sadly, that's not the case. But what is the case for something following our expectations, the M2 chip. Yes, we all knew it was coming, but it's still a surprise. The iPad Pro continues to sport very impressive computer-esque processors in the thin tablet form factor. It's actually incredible. This new chip allows for a ton of potential with this device. New programs, new limits, new horizons, the whole shebang. But the thing is, iPads don't really get as much love as other Apple products. Sadly, despite the last generation M1 iPad Pro still being impressive performance-wise, most everyone couldn't really take advantage of it because there aren't that many programs that are that demanding on iPadOS. Therefore, yeah, it's a great processor, but the M2 chip will definitely need more programs for it to be fully utilized. But what is fully utilized is the Apple Pencil. The iPad Pro has fully embraced the Apple Pencil in all its glory, and it is glorious. I can't stress enough how useful it is to have my Apple Pencil paired with my iPad. It's really nice. And with this new iPad allows for a new Apple Pencil feature called Hover, which allows for the stylus to be held a little bit above the tablet and still be recognized. It's not anything game-changing, but it's that added connectivity between the two devices that makes it special. You can use different gimmicky gestures with this new Hover feature, or actually use it for specific artistic touches for whatever you're working on. It's neat, and thankfully the Apple Pencil 2 really hasn't disappointed many people, besides the fact that it's still an added cost. Look, just like with Microsoft with the Surface Pro 9's accessories, I get why companies do this. Making the consumer pay for all these add-ons is great for profits, I get it. But it would be such a great selling point to include them in the box. I'm telling you, if one of these top-tier companies like Apple were to lead the charge, it would put pressure on other companies to follow suit. Just look at the headphone jack. And it would surely give Apple even more of a lead in the tech market. But one thing the company does lead with the M2 iPad Pro is the battery life. Now, per the reviewers, it doesn't seem to be too much of an improvement overall, but in my experience with this added performance and these new features, having a similar battery life to last year is an accomplishment. The tablet can last you all day and it won't disappoint. And before I go over the last bad feature of this device, let's go over some reviewer acclaims and criticisms real quick. These include things we've already discussed, such as the displays, but also other things such as the lack of anything new. And that's my last little complaint for this iPad. It is very similar to last year's model. This was expected per the rumors, but many people are still disappointed. There hasn't been too much change, which yeah, is true. This is more of an incremental upgrade, but given that the price is the same from last year in the US, not for other markets, I'm sorry, it can be a reasonable purchase for those who are interested in buying the M1 iPad Pro. It's just a step up for no added costs. It's great for them. However, yeah, it's nothing game-changing or really all that new, especially since it's been a while since we've gotten a new iPad Pro, and that can be quite disappointing for people who expected more. But let me just give my 2 cents real quick. I like iPads a lot, if you couldn't tell already. And yeah, it's a bit lame that there's nothing incredibly new with the tablet this year, but I have a feeling that Apple will do something exciting with the iPad Pro soon, within maybe a year if we're lucky. That's gotta be where the R&D is going into, and that's what we're waiting on. This M2 iPad Pro was built for those who wanted to get a new M1 version, but noticed it was getting a little too old. So we'll see what happens later on. Maybe a 14-inch iPad Pro. We'll just have to wait and see. Will it be something special? I hope so, and I can't wait to talk about it soon. My name is Seeroost. It's spelled like Cyrus, pronounced like sea rooster, just take out the ter. Thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Peace.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated.